things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the right side. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. Got enough for the first. And the Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running behind that left side. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. Back to pass, it's Cobb. Get it out on the screen. He gets it down to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be a little bit short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
A run from the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind it. defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Dropping back, it's Cobb. Working that left side now. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. down. Buying some time as he moves left. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Martin will throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Catch in the middle. It's Martin. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his right.
Breaks into the open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
That's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Iowa! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Morgan. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. So here comes the Michigan offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking for space to the left. The throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Michigan. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Martin back to pass. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big game.
And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The Hawkeyes will keep this drive going. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
The lone back's got it. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Martin will throw it. Takes the easy completion. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You hear this all the time, but you've got to be able to tackle the catch. Limit yak, right? I know that ball wasn't thrown deep down the field. As soon as that guy caught it, though, down he went.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I like the idea of calling a screen there on third down, but give the defense tons of credit. Making the tackle and now giving themselves a chance to get off the field.
He's looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got enough for the first down. On the move at the 30. Got a lot of room to the right. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Martin back to pass. This time he's got it. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Patterson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on 4th. He smashes his way through again. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Martin will throw it. Back open in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Wide out trying to get it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They're going to run it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll give it to the back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Listen, sometimes you know as a quarterback, I got to scramble, I get outside the pocket, nothing's there, live to fight another down. Good job not forcing the football. Incompletion, move on.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Hauls it in. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the 2nd half.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the 2nd half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the 2nd half of this defense.
Breaks the tackle. There he goes. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Touchdown, Michigan. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Martin will throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Off play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Haynes. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. It's Cobb. Rushes on him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Moving away from pressure. Makes the grab. It's Martin. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
It's caught downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it hard on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
So now it's 2nd and long. Martin back to pass. Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Hawkeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
Wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Caught behind the line. It's be scored. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's wrestled to the ground. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Cobb. That pass not close as he got. Trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Martin will throw it. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Here's a heat. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability.
The fake, and he wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub your nose in it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, you get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Martin back to pass. Slings it downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost a fire on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. The RPO fired complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Gets it out quickly. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Can't get him to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Scanning the field, it's Cobb. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. Discards it with the stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the backboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Throws for the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Fires to the tight end.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have.
He unleashes a long one. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.